Rolls-Royce's distinguished history. Charles Rolls and Henry Royce collaborated in Manchester, England, in 1904 to form Rolls-Royce, a British luxury automobile and later an aero-engine manufacturing company. The original name of Rolls-Royce was Rolls-Royce Motor Car Company. The firm reputation of Royce was created by his cranes, and his company swiftly gained a reputation for engineering excellence by delivering the greatest vehicle in the world. This reputation enabled them to build upon Royce's past achievements. The company was formally incorporated as Rolls-Royce Limited in 1906, and a new plant was opened in Derby the following year. During World War I, the company began manufacturing aircraft engines to aid the war effort. 1940 marked the beginning of joint efforts to create jet engines, the same year that jet engine production began. Rolls' reputation Royce's as an industry leader in the design and manufacture of engines for both military and commercial aircraft is durable. Rolls-Royce Limited was founded on March 15, 1906, and it was immediately evident that the production of automobiles would require more facilities. Following thorough study of alternative sites in Manchester, Coventry, Bradford, and Leicester, it was decided to acquire a 12.7-acre (51,000 square meters) property on the southern fringe of Derby. This was made possible by the City Council of Derby's commitment to provide inexpensive electricity. Royce was primarily responsible for the design of the new factory, and it was not until early 1908 that production began there. Sir John Montagu inaugurated the plant officially on July 9, 1908. To finance the investment in the new company, additional capital was required, and on December 6, 1906, fresh shares worth a total of £100,000 were made available to the general public. The year 1907 witnessed the completion of Rolls' acquisition Royce's of C.S. Rolls and Company. Royce Limited's divisions that did not deal with motor vehicles continued to operate independently. The mismanaged development of Rolls' RB211 Royce's jet engine and the accompanying cost overruns had a detrimental influence on the corporation in the late 1960s, despite the engine's final success. 1971 was the year in which the owners were forced to liquidate their business. It continued its core business but sold its stake in British Aircraft Corporation almost immediately, BAC. It also transferred the successful but financially inconsequential automobile operation to Rolls-Royce Motors Holdings Limited, which it ultimately sold to Vickers in 1980. Rolls-Royce was granted permission in 1977 to remove the designation that its company was created in 1971 from its name, reverting to the name Rolls-Royce Limited. Rolls-Royce remained under government control until 1987, when it was denationalized and reverted to private hands following a rebranding as Rolls-Royce plc and an offering of shares to the general public. Rolls-Royce plc presently owns and operates the business of Rolls Primary Royce, although being technically classed as a subsidiary of Rolls-Royce Holdings plc since 2003. Rolls-Royce Holdings plc is a holding company that is publicly listed. According to the prospectus produced for the 1987 public offering of shares, Rolls-Royce was one of just 3 enterprises in addition to the USSR and China capable of designing, developing, and manufacturing huge gas turbine engines. At that time, more than 270 civil carriers, 110 armed services, and 700 operators of executive and corporate aircraft utilized its engines. Moreover, its engines were installed in the aircraft of over 270 civil airlines.